Thank you so much for joining us for our podcast here. First, it is a podcast designed to help you, the people at Chester First Baptist Church, know what's going on and a way to share with you our God-driven ideas. And as always, I'm Rich Fogerson. I am joined with Senior Pastor Dr. Mike Fogerson.
You always make me sound so important, and I'm not. But, man, I love you for it. And I am joined with Ridge, and I am so proud of you.
Well, thank you, man. That's
You're
awesome.
welcome.
How'd your week go?
So far, so good. We're heading into Jesus League, our one-day vacation Bible school clinic, and everybody is full bore going for it. And it's been a fun event. I know that Miss Pam has been, even right now, she's working on cupcakes for vacation Bible school, and we've got her kicked out of the kitchen for right now, and our dog is over there eating and chomping away for supper. But, I mean, this is a working house. I mean, it's what we do. And I think that's important because ministry is a part of not just what you do on Sunday, but it's a part of what you do at 5:05 on Thursday evening. It's a part of sitting around the table. I mean, you're serving God no matter where you're at and what you're doing. I mean, ministry should be going on.
That's right. So Jesus League will be the day this is dropped. I think I'm going to drop this a little bit earlier than 12 p.m. Probably do it around 9 or so.
Yeah.
And so Jesus League, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. It should be a lot of fun.
Yep.
And then another thing coming up this weekend, Saturday evening at 5 p.m. outside, weather permitting. Also Sunday morning at 10:30, you will be preaching the third episode in the Chameleon series. Tell us a little bit about that.
It is called You Are Ambassadors. It's out of a passage where he's called us to be ambassadors, to speak for heaven, basically. And this isn't the whole sermon, but it's a part of the sermon. It talks about relative truth and absolute truth. The whole idea of relative truth is that truth can vary from person to person because truth is not set in stone. Absolute truth is unchanging, it's unwavering, it's unbiased. It's just truth. It's like water is wet. 1 + 1 is 2. We've been told that truth is relative. It's not absolute, or that's what we've been conditioned to understand. So, just case in point, let me ask you this question: is abortion wrong?
Yes.
Is abortion wrong for everybody?
Yes.
Okay, lots of people would have reserved a yes on that because they probably would have said, well, abortion for me is wrong, but I can't tell people what to believe, so it's up to them. That's actually relative. That's really relativism. That's really relative truth. And so we're going to see how that is actually blending in, that whole idea of blending, of saying, well, truth varies from person to person or experience to experience. That is blending in with the culture. And this whole sermon series on Chameleon, Fight the Urge to Fit In. How do you fight relative truth? How do you fight that as a believer? How do you confront that? And we're going to talk about that during the message. It's not the whole message, but it's a part of it.
Right on. Yesterday we released a Pray and Go update. That's where you and Mom interviewed Missy and Bird.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. Yep. Talked about kind of like some tips and tricks when you're getting going and everything like that with the Pray and Go ministry.
Yeah, I think last week Don and Jane did our Pray and Go. They were out. I forgot what road they were on, but they did
Allen or something?
Something like that. Yeah, we're in the A's. We're kind of trying to take things alphabetically. But I think we have, who do we have coming up on that?
I think it's Miss Tracy Woods and
Cheryl Stallman.
That's it.
Yeah, they're this coming week. I think shortly after that we have Tim Hall and Larry Smith and a couple of other folks. But it's a great ministry, man. We're seeing some tremendous results, and God's using that. But what a great way just to engage the community and the neighborhood and let them know that we're here for them and that we love them and we're praying for them.
Yep, talking more about exciting things. This past week, we finished up Session 6 of Connect Groups of How Happiness Happens. So now we'll be taking 2 weeks off, and we'll go into the bait of Satan.
Yeah. To me, the whole idea of how happiness happens was basically this. To be happy, you have to give happiness away. To be that happy person, you have to be somebody who's trying to make people happy. And the whole... what really sealed the deal for me is when the teacher said, when the ice cream man used to come around with the song and the bells, delivering ice cream to the neighborhood, and all the little kids would go out there. Everybody was happy to see the ice cream man. And what he was basically saying, try to be the ice cream man in the people's lives around you. Try to let people be excited to see you come into the room. And that means, you show them the love of Jesus, and you encourage them, and you give them hope, and you speak life into them. As an ambassador of heaven, you speak for a God who loves them. So that was kind of a cool thing. And as we go into the Connect group in August 10th and 11th, we're going to be John Bevare's The Bait of Satan, really talking about how to deal when people offend you, and how lots of times those offenses we hold on really shut down our fellowship with God.
I'm excited about the Bait of Satan. You've really talked highly about it, so I hope it goes well and everything.
One of the best books I've ever read.
All right, you got anything you want to add? I think that's about it.
I think that's about it. Very proud of all of our volunteers for Jesus League. We typically do 10 hours of vacation Bible school in a week. That's typically what we do, 2.5 hours for 4 nights. What we've done is we're still doing 10 hours of vacation Bible school. It's just in one day. So our folks stepped up to the plate. They did all this in about 3 weeks. They operated like a speedboat as compared to an oil tanker is what they did, man. They maneuvered so quick. They were on a dime. It was awesome. So I'm just so proud of our folks. They really connected and plugged in, and they're just being salt and light, and I'm so proud of them. I love them.
Thank you so much for joining us. As always, thank you to Chester First Baptist Church for putting this podcast on. Their vision,
and for putting up with us.
Their vision is to love God, love people, and they're trying to live like Jesus. Hope to see you this weekend. They have service at 5 p.m. on Saturday evenings, outside, weather permitting. They also have service on Sunday mornings at 10:30. Hope to see you there. Thank you, guys.